Hello, my name is Thomas Campbell. I'm the owner of Pitmaster Essentials. Welcome to my kitchen. Over the past couple weeks, I've noticed several new subscribers, so I would like to thank you if this is your first time watching. And if you've been around for a while, I would like to thank you for coming back. So today, I'm doing a Christmas-inspired cook. I have a 10-pound spiral sliced ham, so I'm going to be making a triple cherry, double smoked spiral sliced ham. Now, what do I mean by triple cherry? Well, first I'm going to be using Butcher Barbecue Wild Cherry Rub. This is a fantastic rub for ham. Second, I'm going to be using this jar of cherry preserves, and I'm going to be making a cherry glaze. And the third piece of that is I'm going to be using cherry chunks to smoke the ham in. So with combining those three pieces, that is the triple cherry double smoked ham. So stick around, I'll bring you back here in just a few minutes when we're ready to prep. Okay, so these hams come in this foil. All you gotta do is just cut it and get rid of it. And they're all vacuum sealed, cryovac on the inside. And you'll notice whenever you go to open these hams are very wet, so we'll need to pat them dry. Okay, so we got the ham all rinsed off, got it all patted down now. So now we're going to hit it with a little rub. I don't normally slather, but I decided to grab some Dijon mustard because sometimes the rub doesn't like to adhere to the ham. So I thought I'd put a little slather on here. Don't worry, this won't affect the taste at all. Okay, now we got the Dijon mustard on there, we got the slather on, so now it is time to dust. So this honey rub is fantastic for ham, it's actually fantastic for ribs, anything pork. I'm not going to put a ton of rub on here, but just going to get it nice and covered. Okay, so I'm going to put this in the refrigerator and let it adhere for about 15 minutes, and then we will put it on the pit. Okay, and welcome to the pit. As you can see, we still have snow on the ground, so we're still in a bit of a winter wonderland, but that's okay because my 18-inch Weber Smokey Mountain is going to do a great job. Over here I have it set up with my arbor fabricating basket. I have B&B competition briquettes set up in there, along with 3 chunks of cherry wood. Over here in my charcoal chimney, I have 14 or 15 briquettes in there. So I'm going to light my paraffin cubes and let those go for about 15 minutes. And then we'll dump them in the Weber Smokey Mountain and get it warming up. Okay folks, and welcome to the pit. So the ham has been resting for about 15 minutes and it is just, it smells amazing. It looks delicious. I can't wait to get this on the smoker. Weber Smokey Mountain's up to about 295 on the dome. This will cool off whenever I put the ham on there, but I'm going to try and keep it around 275, 300, cook a little faster and a little hotter. So the other thing I forgot to mention is the outside temperature. I don't know if you can see it, but it's actually snowing a little bit. But it's about 29, 30 degrees, something like that. The Weber Smokey Mountain will have no problem keeping temperatures basically right where I want them, even with these cold temperatures. And in addition to that, I don't know if you can see the blue smoke coming out of here, but that's what you want on your Weber Smokey Mountain whenever you get it up to temp. So let's get the ham on there and we'll get to cooking. Okay, so we got the ham on the smoker. I just realized I forgot to clean out my water pan from my last cook, so there's a little bit of fat down in there that the water's dripping into. So we're going to get this covered up and let it start cooking. Okay folks, welcome back. It's been a couple hours. The Weber Smokey Mountain dome temp has dropped a little bit. Looks like it's about 220. However, my grate temp over here is showing 291. The internal temp on the ham is at 107.8, looks like over there. So I just wanted to bring you back and take a look at it. And that ham looks really, really good. So let's take a look at it, see how it's coming along. Looks like my internal temp is about 196 over there, so it's a little bit off from the other probe, but that's why we have a secondary probe, just to double check it. So we're going to give it another couple hours and I'll bring you back at that point. All right, and welcome back to the kitchen. So now it's time to make the cherry glaze. So what you want to do is you want to grab a Smucker's Cherry Preserves. This is 18 ounces, so we're going to use about 9 ounces, so roughly half a jar of preserves. Okay, so that's roughly half. I'm going to turn it on to about a medium heat on your burner. So next we're going to add a half a cup of pineapple juice. And then next we're going to add 1 cup of brown sugar. This is dark brown sugar, but brown sugar, dark brown sugar, it all works. All right, and now you just mix it up. Okay, so now we have all the ingredients added, so we're just bringing it up to a slow simmer. You probably want to let this simmer for about maybe 10 minutes. You just want it to thicken up and make sure all of your brown sugar dissolves. And then whenever the ham hits 130 degrees internal temperature, we'll go out and we'll start glazing. So between 130 degrees and 140 degrees on the internal temperature, we'll glaze it probably 2 or 3 times. And then at that point, we will be ready to eat. So I'll bring you back here whenever it's time to start glazing. All right, and welcome back. So the internal temperature is showing 131.3, and the grate temp is a little bit high because it's in the hot zone, but the dome temp is showing about 225, 230, something like that. So let's see how she's looking. Oh yeah, that's a good looking ham. All right, so whenever it's 130 degrees, that's whenever it's time to start glazing. So I have my glaze here. So we're just gonna pour it on. And you don't wanna glaze too early, because if you glaze too early, then all the sugar in here will actually start to burn. So this is why we start glazing around 130 degrees internal. And that way we get a nice caramelization. I think I'm going to dump a little bit on here because I got cherries in there that I want to get on there. Like that. There we go. That's what we're talking about. All right, I'll finish glazing this and I'll bring you back here in just a minute. Okay, so we got the first glaze on. So now this is an optional step, but if you can get some pineapple rings, grab a toothpick and stick a few of these on here, because this will be a nice added bonus for your guests whenever you go to serve this for Christmas. And it doesn't take much, just stick a couple here, a couple there. And then we're going to cover it up, and then we're going to let those caramelize as well. So I'm going to stick one more on this side. Stick it over here. And all it takes is just a couple toothpicks like that. So I'm going to finish putting a few more on the back side, and then I'll bring you back whenever it's time to glaze again. All right, it's been about 20 minutes and the internal temp is showing 135.8, so it's time to glaze it for the second time. Let's see how she's looking. Looks phenomenal. So this time around, it's all nice and thick as far as the glaze goes, so I'm just gonna put a camera there, just kind of drizzle it on. Just all that goodness. That's going to make for some delicious glaze. Just going to get it all over. Get it all over the pineapples, all over the ham. That's going to be delicious. So talk about a Merry Christmas or Happy Easter. You can do this for Easter as well. Okay, so we have it glazed up and ready to go. So I'll bring you back whenever it's time to take a bite and see how we did. All right, and welcome back to the kitchen. So we hit the 140 internal temp mark and it's been resting for about 5 or 10 minutes. So now it's time to cut into it and see how we did. Smells amazing. It's very sticky with the glaze that we put on there. So I think I'm gonna go, it's gonna go like right in here. All right, see if we can get a piece out of here. I tried to get a piece a minute ago and it didn't work out quite as well. So we'll pull it off. There we go. That's looking good. So we got some glaze on there, a little bit of smoke. So let's take a bite of it, see how we did. All right, so with the triple cherry spiral sliced ham, that is a winner. Between the butcher barbecue, wild cherry seasoning, the homemade cherry glaze that we made, and in conjunction with the cherry wood that we had, that's a winner. Just wanted to say thank you for watching the video this far. And from our house to yours, I want to wish you a very Merry Christmas and Happy New Year. And remember, Pitmaster Essentials is where flavor meets smoke. I'll see you in the next one.